You're like you're working overtime to try to be this troll. Like, that's something to aspire to be like a great troll. Like, really, Jess? Like, really, Jess? It's like you aspire to be this, like, popular troll. All right? That's not who I wanted to be friends with. If this is you, Jess, then you fooled me at the beginning. But you're not fooling me now. Like, they say the devil always shows his face. So maybe if this is the real you that's showing, maybe, like, we shouldn't have been talking this whole time. Throat Goat is a person that was on here. What do you mean we don't have friends, Kilo? What do you mean, sweetie? Come up, Kilo. It's so much easier to just give you the box for a couple minutes. I'm not saying a long time, but can we just talk this out, Kilo? Instead of the text?
Hey, Tank.
Hey, Kilo, what do you mean we don't have friends?
I didn't mean it, like, towards Jay Slay or anybody. I was just saying that, like, people think they have friends, not Jay Slay, but you don't. You know what I mean? You have to always assume people don't have good intentions.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't anything, like, about her. I was just saying, don't sweat it. Life's too short. Take a bath.
Do you think I have some friends on here?
I think there's some genuine people.
But even with them being genuine, you wouldn't go as far as saying they're my friends.
You gotta define friend.
Right.
You know what
I mean? Okay.
That's all I was saying. I'm sure she is your friend. I am taking a bath and I'm listening to Crazy Town.
You're taking a bath?
Yeah, I'm doing my morning routine. And
you don't take showers?
Well, I was gonna take a bath and then a shower, but I like to just
Yeah, that's what I think of baths as, like, a relaxing thing. But to, like, really get a good clean, I think of the shower, which is funny. I'm saying it like that because I actually just threw on clothes today. I'm having such a bad day. And I'm so behind that I have actually not showered. I'm just going to divulge this. I have not showered yet. So it's funny we're even having this talk. But yeah, I think of a shower as, like, the best cleansing because the bath, you kind of sit in your dirt a little bit.
And sometimes that don't bother me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm in this era of, like, fuck it. Sit in your own ass. Fuck it. Do what you do. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just sit in your own ass, Tank. Wash your hair in.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm serious. Don't be down. Life's too short.
Yeah, I'm just, physically I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so it messes with my mood,
Yeah, I was like that yesterday. I was on one yesterday.
My $500 million days, you know how I say that saying?
Yes.
Okay, so, like, when I say I'm having a $500 million day, it's based on feeling strong and healthy. So when I feel sick, it's like the opposite of feeling strong and healthy. So, like, today would not be a day I would be saying, I'm having a $500 million day. It's, like, not one of those days. So it just sucks.
Well, that's why you just got to be in between. Just go with the flow. And ultimately, fuck it. When you can say fuck it and genuinely mean it, it's very freeing. Like, they're going to repo my car.
I know, and I've lost that freedom because every day hanging over my head is the fact that I have no peace because I'm always behind on the bills. There's always money that I need to make to cover a bill that's coming up. And I have no one to help me. My older brother is like the only family I have left. He's not helping me with anything. My sister's son, my nephew who lives with me, he's my roommate. We have this horrible arrangement where we used his credit to get us into the apartment. Now, granted, I couldn't have got into the apartment without him because my credit sucks. But he's totally exploiting the fact that I needed him, and he's not offering a fucking penny, Kilo, not a penny. And he sees me struggling every day and breaking down from the stress, and he won't budge. He won't budge. You know what he told me? I made the deal, suck it up and deal with it. I made the arrangement, suck it up and deal with it. The bastard. I refer to him as the weasel bastard. And by the way, my mom hated him.
Does he live there?
He lives with me. He's my roommate, yes. He's
What's the
never
power
here.
out?
He even keeps, like, he's so bizarre. He keeps the weirdest hours. He comes in at like 3 a.m. He says he's driving Uber until 3 a.m., but I think he watches movies at the movie theater. He's the weirdest. Anyway, I don't know. He's so weird.
Well, you're going to get to whatever your goal is. And, sometimes part of the hustle is the struggle.
It is a fucking struggle. Like, I'm proud of myself that I've made it this far, even though it's not a long amount of time.
You're still stable.
I honestly thought I was gonna fail. I was just gonna fail at everything on the first month trying all this. And I got through that month. And then I got through the second month. So I think we're on month 3. Because I moved in here March 4th. So that was like the beginning of, let's say, month 1. And then April 4th through the month of April. So at the end of this month is 2 months of being successful at just surviving, right? Surviving, making it. And the month of May, any bills that I have to earn money for or raise money and pay in the month of May will be my 3rd month of trying to survive on my own. So,
Dude, you're still stable. You haven't.
I have not lost complete stability, but I've deteriorated. The stress has broken me down, Kilo. It's broken me down.
It's ironic because I feel like you're more stable. Just different stress.
I think you may have more respect for me being like a more regular person that's fighting to survive and pay his bills. It might be more respectable what I'm doing because it's like not like I'm just being a spoiled brat, like my nephew being a spoiled rotten brat, right?
Justin,
You would have no respect for him. You would find him repulsive. So me, you see me sweating it out and struggling, and it's respectable. So you might have more respect for me than you did before. Maybe it's even shocking and surprising that I had this kind of fight in me. Maybe you didn't know I had this fight in me. But as far as my stability, like part of that is keeping the stress out. So I'm not doing so good. Every day is full of stress for me.
No, I get that. But I think that it's just different stress. Like you
Right.
do have freedom.
I love that when shit hits the fan like today, I have someone like you confirming that, Tank, you're doing okay.
No, you are doing okay. Listen, I remember seeing you and I know you love your mom. Your mom's a wonderful person, but the relationship was very tumultuous.
At the end, it wasn't always as ugly as you saw it at the end.
No, she was just
And that's part of my pain. That's part of my pain. She was being very ugly to me at the end. And if you notice, I only talk positive about her. I never throw her under the bus, except for what I'm saying right now. I'm acknowledging that she was being very ugly to me at the end and kind of abusing me. But I never talk about that. See, I only hold her up because I think that's what a real man does for someone. If you really love someone, you show them in a positive light. I've done only that with my mom. I've talked only fondly and proud of her.
No, I agree, but you also, we've talked about it before. You're very aware that she was toxic too, even
She was
prior.
being very toxic. And I want to tell you something, Kilo. This might make you feel a little better about the situation. She apologized to me at the end. The day after she got diagnosed with cancer, she must have known it was the beginning of the end for her. And we got in the car that day about lunchtime, 12 noonish. I can't remember exactly. It's irrelevant anyway. And she said, I know I haven't treated you right the last couple years, and I'm very sorry about that. She apologized.
Well, and I don't want you to think, I do not think your mom was a villain. I don't think
And
that
I
you're
want the
probably,
crowd to know that too. For those of you that saw my mom being toxic with me and kind of abusive at times, or not kind of being abusive, she did apologize. This is the first time I'm sharing this. She apologized the day after she was diagnosed with cancer. We were in the car, and looking back, that means a lot. At least,
it
it doesn't
does.
take away the fact that it was so painful when she wasn't being nice to me. But
Tank, two things can be true at once. You can have a toxic relationship with your mother and her be a good person who loves you. Those two things can be true. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make her bad. It was just, it was the relationship that you had. That doesn't make it bad. That was your norm. And maybe it's not conventional, but it's not anybody else's life to live. And I'm sure you're not easy to live with. I would probably, want to slap you down too. I'm sure it was mutual. I'm just saying, one of my biggest complaints was that that you were micromanaged, and now I feel like you do have freedom, and I think that's a less stress, but then it's new stress.
right.
Your mom's not bad. Like,
No,
I don't think she
she's a
was
good
wrong.
lady. She was a good lady.
She was no nonsense. That's who she
Right.
was, and you were good with that, even if you weren't. And that's all that matters. But you're surviving, you're thriving, even if it doesn't feel like it, and you always pull through somehow.
Somehow.
So you got the will. You just don't be so hard on yourself.
Thank you, Kilo. I'm going to take you down because I have to go pee and I don't want to be disrespectful to you.
Okay. Well, if you need me, you know where to find me.
Okay, sweetie.
Bye, Tank.